head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps his shoes were too tight.
But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been his heart was 2 sizes too small.
But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve hating the Who's.
He stared down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town, for he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings!
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow is Christmas! It's practically here!
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming.
I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming!
For tomorrow, he knew.
All the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And all the noise. That's the one thing he hated. The noise.
And the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast and they'd feast. And they'd feast.
They feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something that the Grinch couldn't stand in the least.
And then, they knew something he liked least of all.
Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small,
would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing.
They stand hand in hand and the Who's would start singing.
And they'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing.
Sing.
Wahoo Forest, Wahoo Doris, welcome Christmas, come this way. Wahoo Forest, Wahoo Doris, welcome Christmas, Christmas Day.
And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought,
Stop this whole thing! Why, for 53 years I put up with it now! I must stop this Christmas from coming! But how?
Then he got an idea.
An awful idea.
The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do!
the Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. Then he chuckled and clucked.
What a great Grinchy trick! With this hat and this coat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
So he called his dog.
Max!
Then he took some red thread and tied a big horn on the top of his head.
Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks. On a ramshackle sleigh, he hitched up old Max.
then the Grinch said,
Get up!
then the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town.
All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were still dreaming sweet dreams without care when he came to the first little house on the square.
This is stop number 1.
The old Grinchy Claus hissed. Then he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist.
stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where all the Who stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings
He grinned.
are the first things to go.
He slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room, he took every present.
Hot guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums.
And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags, one by one, up the chimney.
Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the whole feast. He took the Who pudding and he took the roast beast.
He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why is that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash?
Then he stuffed up all the food in the chimney with glee.
And now
Great, the great.
I'll stuff up the tree.
The Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove when he heard the small sound like the coo of a dove.
He turned around fast. Then he saw his little Who. Little Cindy Lou Who, who was not more than 2.
The Grinch had been caught by his tiny Who daughter, who'd gone out of bed for a cup of cold water.
She started to scream and said, Santa Claus, why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought of a lie and he thought it up quick.
Why, my sweet little tot?
Fake Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, and I'll bring it back here.
And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head. He got her a drink. Then he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up.
The last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, that old liar. And on their walls, he left nothing but some hooks and some wire.
And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb, even too small for a mouse.
Then he did the same to the other Who's houses.
Leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses.
It was 1:15 dawn. All the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a-snooze, when he packed up his sled.
Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsels, the trimmings, the trappings.
3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, the Grinch rode with his load to the tip top to dump it.
Pooh-pooh to the Who's.
He was Grinchishly humming.
They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two, and the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo. That's the noise
Grinned the Grinch.
that I simply must hear.
So he paused, put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low. Then it started to grow.
But this sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry. Very.
He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shock and surprise.
Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small,
We're singing without any presents at all.
He hadn't saw Christmas from coming. It came.
Somehow or other, it came just the same.
Fahu forest, Fahu Doris, welcome Christmas, come this way. Fahu forest, Fahu Doris, welcome Christmas, Christmas Day.
the Grinch stood with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It Maybe Christmas,
he thought.
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
What happened next? Well, in Whoville they say,
The Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And the man in his heart didn't feel quite so tight.
He whizzed with his boat through the bright morning light.
he brought back the toys and the food for